Hey, Kellen, what do you got there?
Box.
Box. Remember these calipers from the other day? What are we going to do to that box? We're going to measure the length, width, and what?
What are we supposed to do with this?
We're going to measure the box, and then we're going to figure out, what are we going to figure out first?
Sure this is long enough?
I think it'll be. Are we going to measure the volume first?
Yeah.
And then what are we going to do? After we get some volume measurements, by what? By multiplying the...
We're going to do the surface area.
I don't think we need surface area, but we're going to measure length times width times height, right? For volume?
Right.
Okay. And then what are we going to do with our measuring cups?
Pour water.
And test it, see if we're right.
And then drink it.
Well, we can do that if we want. Anything else to say to the class at this point, or Mr. C? Yes, no, maybe so?
Do I get extra credit?
You'll get an extra cracker for your snack. All right, signing off before we do our experiment. All right, Kellen, what about those calipers?
I was right. It was not long enough.
Not long, but instead, what are we going to use?
A ruler.
We're going to use a ruler. That's a special kind of ruler. Hold still. There's 12 inches, so that's a foot. I think we all know that.
And it's not used to whack kids.
But the increments, hold still, are in tenths of inches. So there's 10 marks before an inch. So this would be 1 inch, and then the next mark would be 1.1 inch, right? Like there. Okay, so let's measure our length. What's the length here? Let's put it across. And look over here. What would you say that is? 6.
I'd say it's not straight.
Not straight? Okay, I get it straight. That's good. So 6 and how many tenths?
22 and a half.
It's kind of hard because you're not straight up and down. I would say 6 and what? How many of those little lines in between?
I'd say 5 and a half. I'd say 22 and a half.
No. On the 6. Look up. Get up on the scale. On the tens scale. I know there's a lot of scales here. So there's a 6, and then how many little marks? Maybe 7?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to get the camera quite right. I would say 6. So that would be 6.7 inches. All right. So length equals what? 6.7?
Yeah.
Okay, how about width? Do the same thing on the width.
Okay.
Use your 10 scale. And so everyone agrees 0, and it goes from
5 and a 2.
5 and
A 1.
a 1. So 5 point what?
5.1.
Width equals 5.1. Now here's the tricky one. How deep is it?
Why don't you just go like this?
Well, because I'm trying to get the inside. That's a better measurement. So what would you say?
2 and 4.
No. On the tens, on the 10 scale.
Yeah.
So
2 and 3.
No, right there.
Ah.
Sorry, gang. So how many is it?
1.
Of course, it's not quite 1 exact. Well, see, now that I think, the scale doesn't start until it goes in a little bit. So we probably need to do something like this. Would you agree, Kellen, now that it's more like 1 and 5/10?
Yeah.
Would you agree? All right, let's write that down. 1.5.
Okay. This is interesting.
The camera is running. So height, or H, equals 1.5.
Oops.
Okay, so we're going to stop now and do some calculations. All right, part 3. Kellen, come on over. So what do we got here? We got our box that we've measured. And where are our measurements?
Here.
Length, width,
Here.
height.
And here.
So we, just because we're having a fun experiment, we just said some math happens, like magic, but I think everyone knows how to do. Do you know how to multiply 3 numbers?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are kind of ugly numbers because they got all those decimals, but But we all know how to do it, so we took some shortcuts here. So the volume equals, what is the volume, Kellen?
51.25
What units?
inches cubed.
Right. And then so we have our, and this is not a common conversion, but we have a little conversion formula here.
1 cup equals 14.34
And
inches cubed.
And so then we did our little bit of math for our conversion. And so show everyone, so we went from a small unit to a big unit. And so we end up dividing. And so what is your final volume, Kellen?
3.57 cups.
Okay, so we did some math here. So that's pretty close to 3.5, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the next step? Are we going to go do we have a measuring cup in the kitchen?
Yeah, we do.
So we're going to go get the measuring cup and see how much we can fit in here. There you go. So part 3 will be done in a place that can get wet. Kellen, what size scoop do you have there?
It's a half.
A half. Okay, and we decided how many halves can we fit in there?
7.
7 if we're right. Okay, so nice full scoops. Try to start from the middle and keep spills. Otherwise it's going to throw our measurements off.
Triple.
There you go. Where's 1 scoop? Two scoops. Three scoops.
This is not going as planned because there are little cracks at the bottom letting into others. So I have to do this one over and over again.
4 scoops. Yeah, it's just going into the other little holes.
Yep, so I have to do way more than 7.
No, I don't think so. 5 scoops. Okay, now your 6th one. Make sure it's a full scoop. That last one was a little shy.
Which one?
Right here in the corner. 6 scoops. And then you got this one here. Find all the little holes. 6, okay. Okay, one last scoop. See if you can fit in the last scoop. This will be our 7th scoop. Can we fit it in without overfilling? How close were we? Oh, I see some over here. You got some space. I see some right here. Oh, so close. Okay, looks like we're pretty full. Not quite 3.5. We might have been a little over.
Wait.
You got more room? So close. Oh, you're getting so close. So I think I have to conclude how much. Oh, is there any water left? Oh, you're so close. Is that it? Are you full? Try not to go over so we can see how much we're off in our measurements, if much at all. You call them full?
Nope.
No? Well, you're almost there. Looks like our measuring wasn't too bad. All right, let's take a look at that cup.
Wait. Have a little left.
Couple of drips. All done?
Last drop.
Oh, he got it in. All right, so we thought it was about 3.5 cups. And by golly, Kellen, what do we fit in there? 3.5 cups, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. Anything else you want to say?
Can I drink it now?
You can drink it now, and you can have your extra credit cracker. Wave to everybody.